Sweet. You got to
Yeah.
be on your phone for that first 30 seconds. Again, I'm really sorry that I've been like, this is Ask Remy. It's not normal for me to be this disoriented. It has been a
No, dude.
fucking
Oh,
day.
it's all good. Yeah, you've had a long day.
Sorry, boys.
I've been speaking you up. He knows you're good. You're good people. It's all good, man.
Thanks, man. I will settle into this podcast as soon as we get everything ready, and I'm really sorry, dude.
Hey, chilling. And let me know when are you gonna tweet?
Yeah, I'll give it a little tweet.
Sure. All right, sweet. Sweet. We'll get a good system eventually. Still shaking off of the kinks.
This
You
is
know
the
what I'm excited
30th
for?
episode, I think.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think this is the 30th episode.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
I feel like you know what I'm really excited for, and I'm not saying this as like a get on this AG is like a just something I'm generally excited for, and whenever it happens, but when it gets onto Spotify, I feel like
Yeah, man.
There was
I feel
somebody
like
that gave a hot take on that. Spotify's good, but like obviously it's gotta be on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll
I
exist
think
everywhere.
It was vidIQ that covered that. vidIQ
Yeah.
covered the success of podcasts, and people like primarily it should go YouTube first, then Spotify, and then other places.
100%.
And that's kind of like where my goal was. Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna build this podcast on YouTube, make it live here. I'll get like my first 1K, and then even after the first 1K, like we'll just see where shit goes. Like, and I'll start. I obviously have like an artillery of audio podcasts that I could put live right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn! What's up, guys? How's it going? That's quite a few people. What's up? I'm guessing that this is your fam over here.
Let's go.
Yeah, I see Gamer Mike, I see Arcs, I think Juarez, that's my mod. Cool.
Juarez,
Dylan.
how are you? Shout out.
Guys are, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. What's going on, guys? You use YouTube for
Tony's
music
people.
instead of Spotify? Damn. You must have the YouTube Premium or whatever that is, because man, I hate it when I'm like completely immersed in a song and it just gives me like a commercial for like McDonald's.
Yeah. Just random. I have premium. I pay for YouTube Premium.
Like I'm vibing and it's just
yeah.
You get the Whopper.
I don't do YouTube Premium, but I have Spotify Premium for sure.
Yeah, I got to go with one or the other, and if I'm going to be going to the gym, it's going to be Spotify or Apple Music.
Yeah, 100%. But
so
what's
we're
up?
here
What's going on,
live,
guys.
30th episode, I believe this is. What's going on, guys? We have Tony here, Apex Legends. The sandbox shit that you do is so sick, dude. Honestly, I was watching it all day today as I was working. I had it up on the YouTube, and I was watching a lot of your Valkyrie thing was probably like I think the most insane one I've seen. That shit is so cool, dude.
Yeah, the Valkyrie Heirloom one was even the best one because I'm not gonna lie, I was probably 6 scoops of gamer subs into that tournament, and I was like, what had happened was I actually made up the finals on the fly. No pun intended.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But
For
anyways,
real?
the finals I made up on the fly because of how many people died early. I had to make it up like into the game because I was like, oh, this was before I had like a control idea of like, oh, first 5 people died, blah blah blah. But then like I think it was the hide and seek. It wasn't died too much. Not enough died. I was like,
oh, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
This is bad. Hide and seek is taking way too long, guys. And then, so at the end, it became like this Super Mario, like having to go rescue Princess Peach, love triangle drama thing where I was like, you know what? We're going to put Loba in a tower, and Valkyrie has to go rescue Loba, who's being held hostage by Caustic against her will. And yeah, the first person that lands and kills the Caustic wins. And the funny story, because my community knows, I hate crypto. I don't like crypto at all.
Okay.
Who does like crypto? Crypto's garbage.
Crypto was like viable for like one season, and they were like, I don't know about this, Chief. I don't like this meta.
Yeah, so one of my mods, he mains crypto. He's the one that ended up winning the tournament. So here's the story and the drama behind it, is that he was in the finals. He was Valkyrie. Every Valkyrie had a teammate, a lifeline to res them, just in case they went down. That was their only like their lifeline, right? Their thing to bail themselves out. And his teammate was AFK and picked Watson. So if he went down, like he didn't get the combat res or anything like that. And his teammate actually went AFK to the point where she died. Like she didn't even land with him. So he's flying on his own, and everybody is on the way there to pretty much secure the win. And the Caustic is being busy shooting everyone off, and he flies in last minute, lands right behind the Caustic, knocks Thirst, takes the win from another person that was just about to take it.
The
I was like,
drama.
the crypto main, the person that I did not least that had every reason to lose, because it was none of this was scripted. So that was really cool to see him win it. But now I was like, congratulations, dude, you're the first one to win it, and now you'll never be invited again because I don't invite winners again. So I like to give new people a chance to win.
Yeah, dude, that's a really good system. Is like you can't just have someone coming in there and being like the Tom Brady of the thing. It just gets boring to watch if someone's going to come in there and just win. And I hate to use that metaphor, but I did.
Yeah, oh yeah, because then people, when I put it on YouTube, they just think that it's scripted at that point. So when I give a new face every time, and my community knows this, like I don't ever like to rig these things at all. I try to keep it as fair and as balanced as possible. If there's a problem, I'll just fix it then. But a lot of these modes we test before we actually do it. We go
okay, cool.
So it's
and
fair.
It's dope too. It's dope too the way you do it with winners not being able to play again, because eventually you'll have enough winners that you might be able to have a winners only type of event. You know what I'm saying? And that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's kind of the idea. I have most of the names saved, but unfortunately, I know there's a couple people that just have not came back since the win. So it is what it is, because there's like a qualification process. I might have them submit a clip, or maybe I'll do a sub only. I actually stopped doing YouTube or Twitch subs or YouTube members only. Apparently, that's against TOS. Did not know that. I don't know if you guys know that. It's against TOS, because then it becomes like a lottery system, which then if I'm in control of it and there's no clear indication of it being fair to everybody, like a vote system or whatever, it gets real sticky to the point where I'm just like, all right, submit clips, we react, right? As long as there's no paywall, like I'm okay to do what I want.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think you would need a paywall for that anyway, you know, like
no, the video pays for itself.
Right, exactly. It's the content itself that is.
Dude, I really liked that the dude that disconnected. Did you do that on the fly as well, where you just created like that little tunnel that had all of the caustic traps inside of it, and you had to like get through that, and then all the rampage stuff up top, like that was sick.
The gas bunker challenge,
dude, that was like so creative. Did you do that on the fly?
Yeah, actually. What inspired us to do it, because we were in the middle of, and we can get on the subject too, of trying to do like Apex Legends records, trying to break some records.
Ooh.
So like somebody in chat was like, Tony, can we fit everybody in the lobby in the small room? There's a small room, the small room of the of bunker, and can we kill them all with one gas trap? So we did that thing, and then I was like, you know what would be really cool is we just made like a bunker of death thing where you have to try to clear it with your team, and if you guys make it out, you win, you clear the mode, right? That's pretty much it. And that's kind of where it started, was just us memeing around, little record breaking things, to the point now where that is a favorite. I haven't been able to do it because Kings Canyon's just not in rotation right now, so I can't do it.
Bro, I love, that's to me my favorite thing about you is you're creative, man. Like you come up with all these different ideas and you keep Apex Legends interesting and fresh. It's not just about winning games, getting kills, fragging out. And I know you're a good player too. You know, it's not no hate there. You're definitely a good player. But I love how you keep it fresh. You keep it interesting. You do different stuff. You try new things and you're not afraid. And I guess to me, I wanted to ask you in regards to that, since we're on the topic of all these different videos and stuff, what is your process? Like, how do you come up with some of these ideas?
How I come up with these ideas, I'll like sit down. I'm not even kidding. Watch this. I will sit in my room, blast some music with my mods, and I will literally like draft ideas upon ideas. I'm like, these are all my notes for ideas. If chat's looking at this, like, I'm not kidding. Like, I go crazy. I have literally 4 pages of ideas trying to figure out.
Hold on, can I see that paper again? What are those papers? Is that Christmas?
Oh yeah, they're Merry. This is new Christmas. Like,
dude, I was actually gonna make a reference to Christmas too. You ever watch the movie Elf? when Peter Dinklage goes in and he's got his notes and they're like sifting through his notes real quick. I feel like that's what the chat was doing. They're like, "What's next? What's next? What's
my
next?"
notes right now. Yeah. So
Call me Elf one more time.
He's an angry
my
elf.
process though is I start drafting stuff, and then I figure out like if people have done it before. And the reason why I care about if people have done it before, which I think every creator should do, is because I don't want to be like portrayed as copying Zilbrad, copying I don't like. And by the way, that's a talk for another day. Like gatekeeping content is cringe to me. That to me that's gatekeeping behavior. I don't care. People can copy me. I don't care. Right? It'd be different though if you copied me to a T, word for word, bar for bar, frame for frame.
That's just weird.
Then we have a problem.
Dude, I went to art school, so it's like sometimes you walk in and somebody just had the exact aligned idea that you did to approach, because all it is really is problem solving. Really, it's just like, okay, so like you have like you're set with the problem. What is your creative solution? Your creative solution is making a really fun environment for everybody to go in. It doesn't feel like you have to be great. It doesn't feel like you have to be bad at the game. You could be either or and still have fun. You know what I mean? And having that approach that's like limitless. Like somebody's going to align with you eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing though. So that's why I look them up first, and then if they've done it before, I watch them for a few things. One, yes, how can I do it better without copying them? Without I don't want to do that, because that's the thing though. Because let me be honest, like you can do recreations and stuff, and the whole point of a recreation is to make it like me that fits for my community.
Yes.
But also, how can I do it better? You should always have that doing better mentality. Otherwise, you stay the same, right? Because then that's how you can get involved with recreations of your own videos. Oh, I like that, but how can I do it better? Right. So then once I got the ideas, how can I do it better? Which is then now is the most important part. How can I get my community involved? How can I make people feel like they want to support what it is that I'm doing? Invite people to do these competitions, invite people to for the most part, like they just get excited because they want to be in my video. And as crazy as it sounds, I think a lot of my mods remind me that like you are bigger than you think you are, because like I kind of talk myself down a lot when there are times where I'm like, dude, I know I'm killing it. I'm talking my crap, you know?
Yeah.
And then, but a lot of times too, I get very timid to where I put myself in this like really corner and make myself the small dude, when really I got like a bunch of cool ideas. So like inviting people just constantly reminds me that like, I think I'm doing something that is of value.
Hell
and then
bro.
we do crazy stuff like the Valkyrie tournament, or we have a 20-man octane relay race, or we do the bunker of death. And then actually one that I'm going to get an adjudicator for, I will do it and I will beat it again, is the world record for the tallest death box tower in Apex Legends.
Oh, like, that's so cool.
I'm gonna take that to Guinness. I'm gonna do it this year. That's
do
like
it, man.
my thing to do this year. I want to be I think the only Apex Legends content creator that I've seen, I tried researching, that'll get an adjudicator to officiate what it is that I'm doing and get a world record.
That's going to be awesome, man. And you can flex that everywhere. You know what I mean? World record, Apex player, creator.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to invite people that want to be a part of the process so they can say I was there. You know,
that's so cool.
To be like,
put that award right next to your silver play button, bro, and flex a little bit, you know?
Right.
Like,
yeah,
Dude, do the Logan Paul like he did with the Charizard, but just wear it around your neck everywhere you go.
Oh my god!
You're just like ordering your Starbucks, and you're like, "Yeah, my name's Tony." I also have the
smaller version. Do I actually hold the big one? Get the big one on the tank.
I would say make. Yeah, you could go easy E with it.
I'm feeling modest, or I'm feeling obnoxious.
Yeah, get like a Flavor Flav style fucking necklace with that award on there.
Spin it,
dude, your neck strength is gonna go up so much. You're gonna have like the best like neck strength up here now. After that, it's just gonna be So I have a couple questions for you, but I also wanted to say what's up to the chat because it's popping off right now and everybody is saying hi to you. So I just wanted to address them really quickly. What's up, guys?
I have the chat up too.
So we take some pauses every once in a while to take a look at the chat, see what's up with them, and I also wanted to tell everybody like, hey, we're going to involve you in the conversation in a couple minutes. I have an idea. Remy, I didn't have a chance to pass it by you, but having you blind react to this is actually going to be pretty cool anyway. So, yeah. So what's up, guys? I appreciate everybody coming from here. It seems like a lot of your following. You guys, you got a loyal Really awesome fan base here. This is really nice. Thank you everybody for coming by. And I wanted to ask, overrated or underrated to a few games, and get your opinion on it. All right,
like
Remy,
this.
you could definitely weigh in on this. And obviously, I'm going to start off with what you're known for. Do you think Apex is overrated or underrated?
You want me to go first?
Oh
Go
yeah.
first. Okay. I think if I'm gonna say underrated with the condition that EA gets their heads out of the butt. Because we all know
We're
there's
getting
so
into
much
that.
potential. It's underrated. It's 100% underrated. In fact, not even full potential. Not even at its final form yet. Like
Not
we
in
know
my
what it
final
can do.
form.
And with the news and stuff, I know we'll probably get into like
Mhm.
it's underrated.
Yeah, I think I would agree. To me, Apex has, of all the battle royales, Apex to me has the longest staying power. And I know that people could say Fortnite, and there's very valid arguments for Fortnite.
Mhm.
But to me, the way that Apex is laid out is it's similar to League of Legends or Dota in the sense that you have all these different legends with the different abilities, and being able to constantly add new ones, which they do, right? Pretty much every season they add a new one. Being able to do that extends the lifetime of your game until forever. Like when does that become boring? Adding new
Mhm.
legends, it doesn't. And not only that, on top of it, I will say this in EA's defense, they are constantly adding free content to their game,
They
which
are.
I love. They are
Yeah.
constantly adding new
Mhm.
maps, new weapons, new legends, new game modes, much more than most other free to play games. So, yes, they have server issues often, especially during big events and big releases, and that's definitely frustrating. And I know that there's some other issues that they have as well, but to bring it back in, I'd say underrated as well.
Yeah. So we had Solgob on here earlier, and he said it the best. He said that he doesn't think that people know what they have right now. That people are frustrated, and you're usually frustrated with the game because you're really involved in it, and that frustration comes from passion. And if you're passionate about the game, it means it's a good fucking game, guys. Like point blank, And I think that like there's a lot of times where I look back in hindsight and I see a game, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know what I had. Like I legit had no idea what I had until I've moved on. And now it's not really relevant, or like I've played it too much, but I didn't realize like there's so many of the, and some of them are on this list. So let's move on to maybe Minecraft. Overrated or underrated?
Minecraft, from a it's not even, I don't, overrated to me has a negative connotation to it. So like I gotta be able to say like it's properly rated. It's like right in the middle. And my reason is because like it provides you the tools to make your imagination like come to life for content creators, from a consumer standpoint, from a player standpoint. Like I have my younger sister playing Minecraft for the first time. How we remembered it felt like it doesn't lose its touch. So like I'm not even gonna say it's overrated, because that would be like for the people coming up into the gaming as part of their life. Like Minecraft still has that like banger first time effect when you first time played it, and it's got more to offer. We got the reskins, you got the what's it called, the texture packs.
Yeah.
So like all the new players coming in are gonna have all this stuff, all these creators that have made things that still are doing great. So it's definitely anything but overrated. And if we're gonna go over under, I'm just gonna say it's underrated still, because it's not dying.
I
Nice.
think that's a good take. I don't know. Am I allowed to say properly rated? Like it's just it
It
is.
has to be. Yeah, you have to.
I,
It's rated. It's good.
it's rated. I feel like it is one of the all time great games. You can't argue that. What it did a lot of revolutionary things, and it's like a Fortnite where it's a household name. So many people have played it. It's made so much money. It's been around for so long now. You can't deny that it's a revolutionary game. And I think I just want to point out a comment I saw from Cool Dylan. You said you've been playing it the last 10 years and it's eh. I want you to think about the first part of what you just said. You've been playing it for 10 years.
Yeah,
That's a good game. That's a good game.
It kept
You've been
you for-
playing you've been playing any game for 10 years. Props to that game. Like you've gotten so much content out of it. So to me, I think Minecraft, I don't know. I guess I would, if I had to pick over or underrated, personally, I think it's overrated because I don't really like it. But in the world of gaming,
Mm-hmm.
probably underrated. Probably
Subjective
also
views are the
underrated.
best views. Subjective ones are definitely, and it seems like most people are in the chat are essentially saying like perfectly rated or neutral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think neutral is a good position to say it's perfectly rated. You know what I mean? Which is always an option. I probably should have said that. What's up, Ty? What's up, Soul? So apparently Soulgob opened up the stream as soon as I mentioned him, but he had a fire take on Apex.
Let's
But
go.
it's funny he cracked it open as soon as we mentioned his name. So what about Overwatch 2? Overrated, underrated, or perfectly rated?
It's
Ooh.
it's overrated because it's still
Ooh.
Overwatch 1. You can't change my mind. If granted,
Valid.
the Overwatch, it still has the Overwatch 1 feel. Let me put it to you this way. I'm so glad you brought up that game. Go back to Apex, the subject of Apex Legends, okay? Like how it's underrated, it's still got potential and stuff, hasn't even hit its peak, right? You could argue the same for Overwatch 2. The only problem is they haven't done anything to change it. In fact, they're on a path right now to where all they care about is your money. Battle Pass still selling you $20 reskins, in fact $20 repeat skins, because we all know that. And like um the feel of it when you play, when I played, because I played Overwatch 1 heavy as well with my friends, it's still the same song and dance. And
Mm.
to the point where I'm like, the hype of this game gives me that overrated feel. I'll still play it casually, but like as far as if you're asking me, Tony Romero, the content creator, bro, I count me out, man. That's why I backed out and went back to Apex, because Apex is not. No, it's not because Apex works for me. I've had some mutuals that are creators that left other games for Overwatch, right? That I sure in the back of their head are still wishing that, like, kind of like what you said, Remy. Like, damn, you don't know what you had till you
Yeah.
left it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like, Overwatch to me, like, it's a sinking ship right now. Overrated.
So I haven't played it, so I can't. I never even played Overwatch 1. I'm not an Overwatch guy, so I don't have a personal opinion on it. But I have a question. To then we'll get back onto it without being too long-winded.
Mhm.
Why did they make a new one?
It's kind of like I think it's a rebranding. It has to do with rebranding. They cleaned out staff with the whole harassment thing that was going down in Blizzard, and I
Mm,
think that by making an Overwatch 2 is a chance for them to rebrand. Everything I'm saying is I think. So
okay.
any Overwatch 2 heads can correct us right now. But this was my hot take when it first happened. I was like, they did this as a publicity stunt. They have to. They have to do it, and they have to make it free to keep their player base, or the
Yeah.
game dies.
They even
So they
changed
have
what's
to.
his name, right, to Cassidy
Yep, just
because
to
he was
show they
named
changed
after a Blizzard employee.
they changed McCree's name to Cassidy,
Mm-hmm.
which apparently if you say that name, it's like the equivalent of saying Voldemort in Harry Potter. Like that's how the community just comes out your neck. But like but that's that those were my takes, is that they changed it for a whole rebranding, reimaging stunt. They have to do it to show that they're trying, making it free to get it in people's hands, introducing new characters. They're doing everything right as you should for a game, especially in this competitive gaming market where if it's not free, I think people aren't going to play it or give it a chance, because so many good games are free. Fortnite, Call of Duty, Warzone,
Yeah.
Apex Legends, Overwatch, they have to. But the only thing that they screwed up on is it's still same old Overwatch. The matchmaking sucks, the rank sucks, the unbalancing of characters sucks, and
Mm,
that's why I think they had to do it. They had to make Overwatch too.
fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And
Yeah.
speaking of Blizzard, it's the most Blizzard explanation as to why you don't like their game, by the way. The most Blizzard Activision's like they literally just did the same thing to Warzone. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They you wash your hands of all the microtransactions and then they sell you back kind of the same exact shit in the sequel. So Warzone 2, overrated, underrated, or perfectly rated? Because right now it's kind of on like most people don't
It's on.
really absorb it very well. People haven't really taken to it well.
All right, now I don't play like the other guys. I think right now it's perfectly rated. I have a lot of friends that still play it. In fact, the from a casual player standpoint, let's just try to. I'm trying to try my best to speak from a player standpoint more than a content creator, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's properly rated right now, and but it can swing either or with whatever they decide to do in the future, because having like proximity chat gives people that, like, when they think of Call of Duty, especially a lot of the veteran Call of Duty players, It reminds them of the Modern Warfare 2 lobby feel. It kind of like
Mhm.
it gives them that little baby dopamine hit when they knock somebody and they're begging for their life. Please, please, please don't get me, right? Like it's though it starts to create those memories when you think of that game. So like when I think of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 search and destroy lobbies in between games, I remember that stuff, and that's why I have a respect for it. And I think that they're trying to recreate that in Warzone 2, which gives it properly rated. But if they don't fix the weapon balancing and just the content, it can swing overrated, and people are just playing the game because they're gonna die on that sword. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say is overrated. I think it's a two-part thing here because I think it's overrated because for some reason, even though it's losing players like a leaky faucet, it still has a ton of players. So like there's still a lot like okay, it's lost like 70 some percent of its players since launch, but that's still hundreds of thousands to millions of players.
Okay, I
So
didn't know that.
yeah,
They lost a
it's
lot.
pretty drastic. It's lost a lot of players since launch, but that's still a ton of players. There's
Mhm.
still a lot of people making content for it, and I do think it's going to have a bounce back when the Resurgence map comes. I don't know. Is there a date for that? I don't know
Yeah,
the
the
No,
specific date.
15th,
but
February 15th.
I follow Lucci, who's another like I think he's a I'll call it, he's a pioneer of the Warzone content creators, right?
Agreed.
Lucci.
Agreed.
And he's very cool dude. I wish I could jump on a call with him and pick his brain because he's very like innovative with how he approaches the game.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I like his content and he comes up with ways to make it feel refreshing. There's a lot of guys, him and Shady as well.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
like my thing is with the game, I'm really curious to see what it's gonna be like when Resurgence comes back. Hopefully they don't like they always do, just drop the ball somehow, some way.
Hopefully not. I think it's definitely you're going to see an uptick because I think Call of Duty players prefer faster and
That's
Resurgence is faster. It's just a
yeah.
it's much faster. It's you get the
Mhm.
respawns. You know, it's a smaller map and it's just tighter and it's faster. And honestly, towards the end of when I stopped playing Warzone with Warzone 1, and they had the original Resurgence map, that was what I was playing and that's what most people were playing because it's fun.
Mhm.
It's I that's something that they did that's different and I'll applaud them on. Um, you know, I think it's a really fun game mode, and I'm happy that they're bringing it back for the people who do play Warzone. But so I would say overrated because there's still a lot of players playing it, and I think it's not fun. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but also in a sense properly rated because even though there's a lot of people still playing it, everybody seems to hate it. Like all I ever see on Twitter or anywhere is how much Warzone 2 sucks. Yet people continue to just slam their head into their walls and play it more. I
Mm-hmm.
don't get it.
Yeah.
Is there an anti cheat on that or no?
Oh no. They just
Does
released
it
a new
work?
cheat
No?
now that can crash the servers. It's literally like you get in the server, and if the cheater doesn't feel like playing with you guys, he could just press a button and crash it. Literally send you back to the home screen. It's getting worse. It hasn't gotten better.
Oh,
It's funny
God.
too because they did launch with the Ricochet or whatever. That was like their big, you know, Ricochet anti cheat is going to change everything, and I don't think it.
Source
changed
code got
anything.
leaked. It's fucked.
I don't want to steer the talk onto another subject, but I did want to bring up how crazy it is that they scammed everybody on Vanguard with like they used anti cheat as its selling point.
Dude,
You
I
guys
was
don't
just gonna
remember that?
say that. I was gonna say
Like
that. Like, it's a sticker
they
on like the flyer. Like, hey guys, Ricochet this time. Like, that's a gold standard for an FPS game, dude.
yes, and then we get in there, cheaters everywhere,
All over the place,
cheaters
dude.
on launch. I was like, and Nick Merckx called him out. He was like, "There ain't no way these guys told us this, and there's no, there's no anti cheat, and it's only for like region specific, right? It was region specific, but and at that point, like it killed everyone, and but because you had these people that invested pre-orders, right? Because that was the big
Yeah.
thing, the pre-orders, and people still played on it because they're gonna eat what they bought, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I spent money on this, now I gotta play it and force myself to enjoy it. It's like you're in a toxic relationship and you know you should get out, but you're not because you're so invested and that you're just gonna die on the sword. This is the way
I,
I've been saying it. They're gonna
Yep.
die on the sword.
bro, it's funny. I've made that same take before about the toxic relationship and how I feel like COD players are in that, and it wasn't received well.
It never
was
is because
not.
you're telling them about themselves. And truth be told, there's much better games out. It's 2023. We got Starfield, Harry Potter. You know, you can still play Apex. Valorant's out. Solid game. Like, there's so many great games that are out right now. Like, everybody wants to blame the PC players for cheaters too. I hop in a game of Valorant, they stop the game if there's a cheater in there. Like, if I'm in ranked Valorant and somebody's cheating and they get detected, which they always do, they literally stop the game and they gave everybody's
That's
like
so
rank
cool.
points back. Yeah, it's the shit. And it's like, all right, so
give me my RP back in Apex when I land into a lobby with a cheater, bro.
right?
So happy. Oh my lord, just that in general sounds so good.
It's just immature gamers, and they seem to just all cultivate around like the Call of Duty franchise because they're stuck in, I don't know if they're stuck in the past or if it's like their comfort zone. It's where all their friends pressure them to stay because it's a really big download, honestly. It's like 150 gigabytes to have all the games on there. So if all of your friends commit to that, then that's like a hard drive. Right, so it's like you're kind of scared to uninstall that and venture out sometimes. I feel like, and I think that 2023 might be the year where people do that because Warzone 2, to reeling it back, I think is perfectly rated. You know, 70% like it, 30% don't. The 30% will die on the sword. The 70% want major changes, and that's kind of like 30% of me wants to play the game and 70 doesn't. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. It's just for some reason the COD community forces themselves to play that. I feel like so many COD players are playing through burnout.
That's the best way to put it.
It's just getting worse and worse.
So what about World of Warcraft? Perfectly rated, underrated, or overrated?
I mean, I don't play much of World of Warcraft, so I don't really have a say in it, but I do like have a respect for the game and what it has and what it's done, but tell me if I'm wrong. I have a friend that played the crap out of it, and he said it's become like a very expensive game to play.
Yeah.
So
Bro,
I'm not a fan of that stuff where it's like not pay to play, but like pay to like I'll use this as an example. I know for a fact it is that way because I still play it and I just stay away from that market. RuneScape, I still play RuneScape, okay? And RuneScape is definitely pay to catch up, pay to rank up, and I'm just like, is World of Warcraft like that where it has a thing where you can pay and have ways to get your XP faster? If so, like I'm out, you know?
That's
I don't
valid.
play World of Warcraft.
That's very valid.
Bro, World of Warcraft is the most expensive game I've ever played. So I've tried to play it 3 different times in my life. Each time I'd found myself not enjoying it. And the price tag, though, excuse me, man, I have indigestion today. I'm sorry. The price tag, it's like, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks to buy the game, just like a normal game. But then you have to pay monthly for the
subscription,
the servers. It's like 10 to 15 bucks a month. Yeah, it's insane, bro. You're spending hundreds of dollars a year just to play WoW.
120 at minimum.
Wow, no pun intended. Wow.
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 Yeah, man.
That's what you did there.
So what about Halo? Underrated, overrated, perfectly rated?
I'm going to say it's overrated and dying. I don't care if they brought back Forge. It's too late. Halo, to make it rated, underrated, keep up, have potential, it's got to have a BR. I don't care. Like, you can't tell me a Halo BR will not hit. Like,
it's happening.
Yeah, is it really?
Yeah, it's called Tatanka. It's being made right now by Certain Affinity, developers under 343, and they did not be affected by like this whole Microsoft layoff because they're actually outsourced. So business as usual with them, man. You know, they've been working on it for the last 2 years. So very excited for that.
There's no like release date or anything like that. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon.
Is that why people haven't covered news on it? Because it's just kind of like they said this.
There's not, the only thing is there's not much to cover. The only thing people know is that it is being made. That's pretty much it.
And not even officially by the developer. Like, it's really just been like leaks from former employees because they laid off so fucking many. And so many people have just like been like, yeah, they're working on a battle royale. You know, cat's out of the bag. I'm just going to like say it anonymously.
What if they're leaking and lying? What if they're just lying and now they have to do it, or they just don't? You know what I mean?
Possible.
I'm just at the point now where it's like they either do it or not. That I rest my case. Halo right now is overrated. It's sinking ship. If they do a BR and they do it right, to where they actually still maintain the Halo feel, right? And do not have some sort of tier armor system. Just have the same overshield as we traditionally know the game for, right?
Okay.
And maybe loadouts. I don't think loadouts is a good idea. Only maybe everybody spawning with the same weapon like you have the choice, maybe the AR or the battle rifle, right? But I don't know. It's overrated right now, in my opinion. If you're still playing it, I'm just like, bro, you know there are other games out, right? Like,
Yeah, I think and just tie games I like that. Release date 2063, very possible. But so
Not
I would say
overrated, properly rated as complete ass.
yeah, it's I would say it's properly rated as well. I mean, people gave it the shot when it came out. You know, it launched and a lot of people played.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna say it was bad. It wasn't. Like, and we talked about this with Gob, how
mhm.
it feels good. Like it's a smooth game. The fighting and the mechanics are fine. The graphics are fine. Like it's not like it's a poorly made. It's just there's nothing that brings you back to it. Like the maps are kind of boring. The cosmetics are ugly and expensive. There's no it just there's nothing that grabs you, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um and then they were also released with so many missing features like Forge, like campaign, that they should have just waited until everything was ready and released the full thing. But so I don't know. I would say properly rated as nobody's really playing it, and
What you said reminds me of a conversation I had with one of my friends when it first came out about how my friend called it too, by the way. And he, not that it matters, one of my friends, Captain Stone, he back when Warzone came out, you guys remember when Warzone first came out, how it was very like clunky, always have like you just felt it had issues.
right,
And I was like, did Warzone for real rush this game just to compete in the battle royale scene? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it felt like that. And there was a tweet where an ex-employee, and that's why I'm like, this is back in like 2020, guys. So where he was like, yeah, they did an unfinished game and they just kind of did it as they go, but nobody would notice because games have updates regularly anyways. So it doesn't really, you wouldn't be able to tell unless you were like that guy on Twitter that's like, oh my god, unfinished game, but it was free, so it didn't really matter. But with
right,
Halo, I had the same feeling about it. Like this isn't like it's missing stuff. Like we said, Remy, it's missing. Why did they not do Forge? Did they not have
Yeah.
it fixed and ready to go? Did they rush it out because they wanted to keep up with the gaming scene? This was during the time when like content creators and a lot of pro gamers were like upset with Apex, with what was
yeah,
going on in the pro scene. So they kind of capitalized on people like Snipedown that converted over to Halo for a little bit. And then when Snipedown found out that Halo was just had no plans for a future, they it kind of died, and then he came back to Apex. I mean, but yeah, hopefully that VR is true. Hopefully that rumor is true. Otherwise, sorry, Halo.
Yeah, I just
yeah,
don't understand why they released simultaneously with Vanguard and 2042. I just don't like it's a free to play game and you released it before Christmas. What are you gonna do? Wrap a free to play game under the fucking Christmas tree? It makes no sense. Like how does
yeah,
why would you launch it then? You're launching it next to your two biggest competitors. Yours is free, and obviously you're splitting attention three ways. Why don't you just launch it? Because Battlefield usually launches terribly. Battlefield, in my opinion, never launches a complete game, and a World War II Call of Duty usually doesn't have a shelf life. So it's like, why wouldn't you launch that like in the cold week of like like April, maybe, March, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Finish it off, polish it, give us at least co-op campaign. Or yeah, I would have took a November launch. Honestly, I would have took a November next year launch when
Or just
Battlefield
don't
wasn't in
release it
there.
unless you have, or just don't. I think for future of gaming, don't release a game if you don't have more than enough to give the player. Because what most players and even content, when I mean people that complain, the content creators, the ones that have the loudest voices and platforms, if there's not much to do to enjoy off stream, they're just gonna complain. Because
mhm,
like I play the most off stream. I don't play on. When I play on stream, yes, I'm playing the game, but where I
Yeah.
get to enjoy it, like everyone else, like how the game was developed, right, for casual people, not for professionals, because that'd be a bad recipe. But like, you don't give them stuff to do, they're gonna have a problem, right? That's why like GTA is still a successful game. There's so much things that you can do. You got your heists, you can role play, you can do the missions, the stories. In games that kind of have that multiplayer, like when the game you have a game that has so much things to do, like what are
Yeah.
you going to complain about?
yeah,
Like what can you
I'm
complain
scared
about?
to
That's why
crack
like
that thing open, dude. I have GTA 5 downloaded, bro, and that's one of those things where like I just know that if I crack that open, I'm in danger. Like I'm just gonna
You're
get
not.
lost in that thing, dude.
You're gonna get
Yeah.
stuck in there. That's why
Yeah.
Destiny 2 still stays on my hard drive. It's still a good game. I don't care what anybody says. Destiny 2, I love that game.
So
I've
perfectly
never played
rated.
Destiny.
It's good. Story's good. I love the. I mean, I hate that they still do it in parts. It's kind of like, yeah, people are like, oh, they sell you the campaign. It's just like, well, it's still a respected game in my eyes because when they do deliver, it's a good story. It's a good battle pass. These are good skins. They put love into their stuff. So versus they try to sell you reskins
Yeah.
or pre-pack repackaging stuff they've already done. That's not what they're doing. The story continues. You know.
Video games being
That
so highly monopolized, as I honestly think is just it's just like destroying it for the customer. I feel like more indie devs need to get their hands on games and people need to make them more popular. You need to get off of Call of Duty, you need to get off of like the more popular games and start playing games that are like a little bit smaller, I guess. Like there was a game it was called Shatterline, I think it was, that I was playing before the new Call of Duty came out. It was fun.
It was a good game.
Yeah, that was a good
Good.
game. It had skill gap, good movement, team oriented. I don't even think
That was the
it
Ukraine
wasn't too
game,
bad.
right? Shadowline?
Yes.
The game that was built by the developers in Ukraine. They straight made a game during a war. Like, talk about commitment to your game and believing in it. They're still doing it.
yeah.
They are.
Still alive. And I think you guys know who Macro is or heard of him. He does a lot of for noobs. He actually did a Shadowline for noobs, and the game is still they're still working on it. So like that's a game to me that if I would had to rate that, and I know it's not wasn't a question, but like underrated game for what it has, right? And if you know the story of the development team and what they're doing, like that game still hasn't even reached its potential yet. And if you know, God forbid, anything bad happens to anybody that like them, the group of people that work on the game,
Yeah.
I think the sky's the limit. They can compete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we've talked about this before, and AG kind of mentioned it a little bit here. Is like, I think this year is going to be a big year for people branching away from their game that they've been playing for 7, 8 years now and trying new stuff because there's a lot of non PvP based, kind of RPG, open world survival. There's so many games coming out this year that look so good, and they're all kind of it's just a different vibe of a type of game. So I hope this is a big year for gaming in the sense of what we've been kind of alluding to is people kind of spreading their wings a little bit and trying some new stuff because I think it would do people good. And if anything, maybe somebody then reappreciates you play a couple new games and then you go back to the game that you've been playing forever and you're like, you know what, man, I do love this game. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I go back and start playing League of Legends, I feel like, man, I've been playing this game off and on for a long time now, and I guess I just love it. I guess I just love this. So
Love it
yeah,
and
I
love
think
to hate it. Same thing.
Normalized variety gaming. Normalized variety gaming. That's pretty much like the thing, right? Like
I wish so desperately YouTube, TikTok, all these content platforms could figure out a way to not punish people for trying new stuff. Like if you have a channel, it so desperately funnels you in to just like do that same thing you did over and over again. And it's like, God, it drives me insane. Like I'm not that kind of guy.
No.
And I don't know. I there's got to be a way, but no, we'll see. I don't want to get too deep into that. But So
Understood.
back
So-
to, did you have more overrated, underrated?
No, I think we hit them all. Those were pretty good. I think the only one that we really didn't get like a consensus on was World of Warcraft, and I said that one because like I'm a boomer and I love World of Warcraft. I feel like some people went to RuneScape and some people gravitated to World of Warcraft, and it was like one or the other type of a thing. Like
Nice.
I my brother loved RuneScape and all of his friends did, and all my friends loved World of Warcraft, and we all tried to
Well, to be
convert each other.
like I said, to be fair, like World of Warcraft, right? I don't play it, but if it is a game that does give value for what you pay for, like I've been arguing, what makes a good game? Like you shouldn't have a complaint in the world. That's why RuneScape I still think is a great game
Yeah.
because you have all these quests you can do, side quests you can do, storylines you can follow. You can like you have personalize your character. You don't even have to do the missions. You can just be like, I'm a farmer. I'm gonna start farming stuff and level up my farming. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
whatever it is. But I'm sure World of Warcraft is very similar in that sense where it's not always about PvP. You can kind of just enjoy the game.
Yeah, it is.
and
It's basically
you get
like
the value.
you know what we were talking about with Overwatch and like the money and the whole situation of like how deep can they get in your pockets. It's basically just like a really refined world of or RuneScape with microtransactions and a subscription based service.
There you go.
Yeah, it's pretty much like it's like if Activision Blizzard took over RuneScape and like smoothed over some of the graphics. That's really what
Right.
it feels like when you compare the two. But there's a lot going on with like EA and Apex, and that's more on your end of the spectrum over there with the with all of that. How are you feeling about the current state of the game before we start diving into like things that are moving in?
And real quick too. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but
Mhm.
I'm looking at the YouTube stream and just like a side technical. I didn't want to mention it to you live, but it's looking like is there check the stream if you can, AG. There's something that's like it's not really showing the links properly.
The links.
Um,
Oh yeah,
it's
I
saying
didn't click on watch stream yet.
there you go. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
hold on. There we go.
All right.
I just kept it
But
grayed out.
What was the question again? I totally forgot.
It's all good, man. So I was just gonna ask what like if you have like a wish list of things that you could put into Apex, what would your top things be that you think could make this skyrocket? Like it would be a perfect game if it had said items inside of it.
The ability. There's three things: sandbox for people to be creative.
Like a
And
forge, kind of.
yes, it needs to be. It has to be that way because, or at the very least, not have 30 people requirement to be in a private match lobby. But then I understand because EA servers run on potatoes, but because
Yeah.
everybody would be in their own servers screwing around. But uh, a permanent rotating LTM mode with at least 3 modes always at all times. I don't care if they don't have them all out. Like in perfect world, it's got to be like how Call of Duty does it, where they have if Apex Legends could be like we have this online multiplayer mode
Yeah.
that you guys can play. We have the BR mode you can play, and we have the solo campaign mode. There's something for everyone. That's why Call of Duty still exists in the gaming space because they provide it. Whether you liked Vanguard or not, it still has a story and a multiplayer. And guess what? It's still tied and integrated to the Battle Royale mode because
And it
it's
was
not for
the
everyone.
best selling title that year, I think. I think that Vanguard was up there with Elden Ring and another game that was like it's always in the best selling titles. It always
when
is.
you it's supply and demand, right? You give
Yeah.
people something they want to buy, they'll do it. And yeah, even though I crapped on Vanguard earlier, it didn't matter because it still met all the check marks of what people look for in a game. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not even talking about from a content creator standpoint. I'm going back to being a gamer, right? You have the multiplayer, the BR because the weapons integrated into the BR, and then you have the story.
And it had a ranked
But
mode, so kudos to that.
yeah, what the hell is multiplayer ranked?
It had multiplayer
But yeah,
ranked.
yeah, that's
Not
what Apex
defending it
needs to
because
have.
personally I think that it's probably F tier in my opinion in Call of Duties. I really didn't like that game.
Mhm.
But
Just
that's for
think of
personal
rotating-
reasons.
A rotating playlist. I don't think the sandbox is as important, but like to play the game,
Mhm.
like a constant rotating playlist where I can actually feel like I'm getting away. So I'm not playing ranked and diet ranked. That's what I don't.
Diet
wanna be doing.
ranked.
'Cause that's what. Yeah, it's just or just.
I
ranked
love
without
it,
RP,
dude.
whatever you want to call it, dude. Like
Oh, that's perfect.
so, yeah, I just don't want to do that. But like, yeah, there's a lot of things, but I think there's just for me, so I can play and chill with my friends or my mods more than 3 people. Like, give me a 5v5 team deathmatch or something like
That'd be
that.
cool. I would like to see some objectives too. Like imagine how useful Pathfinder would be in like a capture the flag game. Like that would be
Or
sick. Like
domination.
yeah,
or
you know, and like
control.
domination, you can have like one person that has like your caustic or your rampart or whoever that's like basing it, and then you got your wraith mains and the octanes that go chase. It could be really cool if they did
It
a
would be such a
CTF.
fast-paced mode. It would be so cool. They had it in mobile. I played it for a bit. The team deathmatch is
Yeah.
really sick. It's so much fun when I was playing it on mobile. But
Well, speaking of mobile,
Hmm.
I'm sure you know heard the news. Apex Mobile has been shut down.
Yeah.
They
How do you feel about
sunset
that?
it or whatever what is that?
Yeah, I've never heard that phrase before.
Sunsetting. Oh, the reason why they call it sunsetting is because they might come back. They've done that with Destiny 2 weapons, and that's where I first understood the proper usage of sunsetting, because weapons might come back differently. So if they say shutting down, it's done.
Yeah.
But the servers will be shutting down. That's why I don't think people are wish listing of like, oh, make everything transferable. No, because I think they are going to bring it back. They just have to stop paying people to keep the servers up and a game up for a game that literally can't afford to stay up.
Mm.
But they're not going to sell the IP. They're not going to shut that down because I think that deep in their hearts, they know Apex Legends is a winning Formula BR game,
Right.
that they have to find a way to make it viable for mobile players. So
Well,
I don't, I-
I didn't know. Like, I personally, I don't know anyone who played Apex Legends Mobile. I know you just said that you've played it before, so you're the first
not like
person I've.
not religiously like how I play in
Right.
Apex, right? Like the on console and PC, but
My,
my thoughts on the whole situation. I'm sorry, what were you gonna say? My bad.
I'm curious as to like, because Fortnite still has a mobile version, right?
Yeah.
Call of Duty, like doesn't Warzone have a mobile
Warzone 2 is
version?
coming out with a mobile version sometime in
I
2023.
think what all those games have in common though isn't your stuff cross progression, cross save, cross everything that EA does not have.
I don't know if
I'll do
mobile's not is it's not cross progression with.
for Fortnite.
No.
It
I'm
might
talking
be for
Call of Duty.
Fortnite.
It might be
Fortnite,
for
Fortnite is I don't
Fortnite
know.
for sure.
Somebody
I
chat
think.
help us out. I think Fortnite is for your cosmetics and everything that you have,
Yeah.
like, but not. I don't think a player base. I'd be weird if mobile was playing with PC players. But that's why their matchmaking is superior. Fortnite's matchmaking is so good because if you're playing like a bot, you're gonna get into lobbies with bots for the most part, or bot like lobbies like your players. But I don't know if Fortnite is cross play on mobile.
Yeah, I was saying that also 29 that COD Mobile isn't it's separate. Like you got your own COD Mobile. I think COD Mobile low key has
I thought you
higher
were
skill
saying
gaps.
I thought you were saying Warzone mobile. I thought
Oh, I don't even know
that's talking
about
from a
Warzone
VR
Mobile
standpoint.
yet. But I know the COD Mobile doesn't cross progress. I think that COD Mobile has higher skill gaps than Modern Warfare 2 does right now. I've seen some movement on that and the way people quickscope on that, and like it just seems like that game has like more room for growth than the current state of Call of Duty, which is funny. I just found that really ironic. I saw some kid like he looked like phase scope in there, man. He was clicking heads, and I was like, oh, that's mobile, and that skin is
So
fire.
I guess to
Weird.
me the reason that I ask is, in my mind, to play a mobile game, it seems like it should be something quick, something that you can maybe pause and start whenever you want,
Hmm.
um, or something that has like a quick, maybe a couple minutes. To me, maybe these mobile, Apex Mobile isn't working out because do people have time to play a full battle royale match on their phone? Like, if you're gonna sit, a BR game can take 30 minutes
Yeah.
to play. Are you really gonna sit on your phone for 30 minutes and like if you have 30 minutes to game, odds
Mhm.
are you're probably home and you'll just hop on your console or your computer and game. So to me, I don't understand if maybe it's I'm trying to find some numbers here. They're showing me Fortnite total numbers. It's not specific for mobile. 2.9 to 4 million concurrent players. That's all of it though. So to me, it's like, is it even a good idea to have a battle royale mobile version of anything? Because of what I was just saying, the time
Yeah.
thing. Most of the games that I see people playing on their phone is things that they just pull out for like 2 minutes.
There's something you're not accounting for though, Rem.
What's that?
Not everybody can afford a console, and PUBG Mobile is extremely popular, especially in like more like
I was just
you
about
know
to say
they're
that.
not like really high, rich people around. You know what I mean? I don't know what countries they are, but I know that in like countries that really don't have access to consoles like that, PUBG Mobile is popping
I think
off.
incentive is key. What is the incentive for people to keep coming back? We've been kind of touching on
Yeah.
it a little bit for all these games. Apex Mobile didn't had an incentive to play from a console PC standpoint. What we appreciated and respected of mobile was the LTMs they gave those players, the unique
You're
skins they
right,
gave those
dude.
players,
People were pissed on
the
console.
exclusive. Oh, we were hella pissed.
Mm-hmm.
The exclusive legends. Now, one of my I'm just reading off the chat. One of my mods who plays both mobile games and like on console, he says for Fortnite it looks like it was just your currency that was different, but when you switch from console to mobile or PC, that was the only thing that was different. So it looks like
I
everything and
see.
anything that you had was the same, which goes back to what I was saying. Like, what could have made Apex Mobile successful is if there was some sort of way that things were transferable. But that's the problem with console and PC that we're dealing with already: cross progression, cross saving all my data and stuff. There's
Yeah.
a game that I play right now that does a very good job at that. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if you guys have played Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel on PC.
Dog, I
love
played
it.
the shit out of that PlayStation 1 version of that game, though, where you can mix the card, make go circles. I played that.
Yeah. So I know what you're talking about. The PlayStation 1 version, that one's called Forbidden Memories. I know
So
exactly
good.
what
Yeah,
you're talking
Forbidden
about.
Memories. I can
Yes,
hear that song in my head
yeah.
right now, dude. I'm
When
feeling you
you're
on that. I'll nerd out with you,
Battle
bro.
City, you're dueling up your way up to Battle Kaiba. Yes. But anyways, Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel is so good. You can play it on your phone, you can play it on your PC, and you can play it on your console. It's all the same account. Everything saves. The battle pass saves. In fact, the battle pass, you don't even have to pay for that thing. If you grind the game enough, you can use the in-game currency to buy the battle pass in there. You don't even have to spend money on the packs because there are so many ways that it's inexcusable to be able to not be able to afford a deck. It's just, it is what it is. But the point I'm trying to make is that game is so good that I'm like, man, more mobile games should do that because I can be on my computer. I can be in the car with my wife. I'll play the game because my wife. If you have wives or husbands, I don't know.
I have a wife.
They just take forever in the store. So yeah, I can pop open my phone and play in the parking lot because I am not going to be standing there deciding whether you want to wear this or that at the store. Like I can't. That's just me. Sorry, people are going to be like, "Wow, Tony, you're a really crappy husband." No, it's just my wife is indecisive. But anyways, if Apex Legends had
I'll back
like
you on
crossplay, crossplay, cross save like system, I think that even though not a lot of people will play on mobile, but they will still be invested in it because they know that what they just did on that phone is going to transfer to the thing that they want to play. So all you're doing is like supplying something to the consumer, the player, that where they'll still demand, it'll meet the demands of them because they want to play the game, like because everything is so convenient. You made it very inconvenient by having everything separated. So now people don't want to play because they're like, oh, I'm at home. Exactly what you said. I'd rather play on my PC or console if they have it. That's what they're gonna do.
Dude, I'm gonna get really nerdy with you. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm gonna push it even maybe a little bit less there. I don't know. Pokemon Go. I still play it. All right, I still play Pokemon.
It's a good game. My in-laws play that.
Me and my brother. Still play it. It's pretty cool. But what I like about it is that Pokemon Go progresses in you can trade and battle, but you can trade into my Nintendo Switch right now. So if I'm playing a console version of Pokemon, I can trade my Cyndaquil into that game because I found it in New York. I think that's pretty cool, and I think that's what keeps me engaged. Is that like I'm like, oh well, this game came out and you can't get a Flareon for some reason. I don't know why. I guess they don't have a Firestone in this game. Well, I'm just gonna go find one on Pokemon Go and put it, and then I'll complete my Pokédex in this game. And I think that that's a really cool way to progress, to like mix in like the mobile aspect to the console aspect. Pokemon and Nintendo, dude, they just kill it. They always do, dude.
And with the open world now, with the open world like feel they give when you play, so you can free roam, so you don't have to stick to this. I mean, obviously, if you want to progress, you can stick to the storyline, but it's really nice that you can wander around and kind of like go on your own little adventure and do your thing. I hope more games do those style of games, right?
Hell yeah,
they allow you to do that. Like I'm a huge fan of Breath of the Wild, which I cannot wait for the second part to come out.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. Hell yeah, bro.
I'm getting
what is it
out right now.
May 12th is what I have down for that. May 12th. I'm legit gonna go get a Switch because I don't have a Switch.
Wait, it's been confirmed the date. I mean, as much as I love it, Tears of the Kingdom comes out May 12th.
That's what I have written down. I'll confirm
this year.
Yeah, 2023 is a big year, man.
Dude, there are so many games coming.
It's a fat year for gaming.
It really is. It's the perfect year for Call of Duty to be okay at best. Because now we have like these, like this is coming out. There's so many other games that are coming out that are just like the Diablo 4, I think
Diablo 4, Nightingale, Zelda, Starfield, Star Wars, Minecraft Legends.
Oh, I got Minecraft Legends on pre-order right now. That's like the VR version of Minecraft, right?
It's a shooter.
It's some sort of battling. It's a battle version.
Okay, so Minecraft Legends, the full game is going to be like kind of an adventure game, like a story mode, but they also are having a 4v4, like it's like base versus base, and it's a team of 4 versus a team of 4, and you're setting up your defenses and trying to storm the other person's base, and they're trying to storm your base. It looks really fucking cool. But that's a separate mode.
It's all fun and games until they start tap strafing.
I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, I'm pre-ordering that right now.
Yeah,
But I have the Game Pass, so I get it for free.
bro, this
Sick.
year, and like those games that I just named are just games that I'm stoked for. You know, and Hogwarts obviously next week. These are just games
Oh.
I'm stoked for. But there's so many fucking games coming out this year. It's wild. I'm sure half of them are gonna get pushed. But
Are we talking about Hogwarts today? Because I had my own take. My chat just bugged me today about it. About like, are you playing Hogwarts? Are you playing Hogwarts? And you
Let me
already
hear
know
it.
where I'm going with this, Remy.
we, well, we could, but just to end that last point, we were
Yes.
talking about PUBG Mobile.
Yeah.
30 million people daily playing
What?
PUBG Mobile in 2021. Like that's
Yeah, dude, there's a
wild.
calling for that game. And I feel like that game's success is like the cornerstone of everybody wanting to platform their BR on a mobile device because that's just
Yeah.
absurd.
It's so
It's pu-
dominant. It came out first. They did it right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and when I mean did it right, I mean like I know for a fact. I don't play PUBG, but when I did play it, it does meet I call it like the checklist of what you expect from players. Updating constantly. It's free, right? But not only that, like it will continue to meet the expectations of of what the players expect when they play the game, but it doesn't lose like the thing that made people love it to begin with. Like, man,
Yeah, that's so true because a lot of games really do lose their voice once they feel success. Like that's just true, man. Lots of games
Apex
do that.
Legends after season 3, man. Everybody knows that. Everybody remembers Apex Legends after when I would just say actually no, not even after season 3. After season 7 when Horizon came out in Olympus, that was the last time I remembered having like so much fun in the game. And then it just kind of went downhill from there.
Dog, it's been a
Olympus is
long
such a
time
good
since
map.
that game. Like season
Yeah.
3, it's been a long time.
Olympus is such a good map.
I
Olympus
started
to
playing
me
when
is one
Olympus
of the-
came out.
That's
I was
one of the
saying season
best.
7. Season 7 was the last time I remember, not 3. Season 7.
I feel like that's Olympus is one of the best BR
Okay.
maps in any BR. It's just like it's so good. I don't know why. I love
No,
it so
I'm with
vibrant.
you.
Colors.
All right, we can talk if you guys want. Oh, what happened? I lost it. We can talk about the J.K. Rowling stuff. I mean,
Is that
that's
what you
you're
wanted to get
alluding
into?
right? Is
Yeah,
that
that's
what you're...
that's what I was alluding to. But like, I'll just start. I'll ask the question to you guys. I guess your
Sure.
guys' podcast. But it was a question that was brought to me that I think you guys can relate to. So somebody asked me on stream today was Tony, are you going to play and stream or stream Hogwarts Legacy? Now I obviously was poking the bear a little bit with the way I answered it. I was just like, are you guys gonna cancel me if I play it? Like, am I like J.K. Rowling if I play the game? Do you guys really think that? Right? Like, do you guys think that I am everything that the media says about people, or not the media, but like Twitter, Twitterverse, the Twitterverse says like, oh, if you play this, you are just against trans, against just everything that or not even not against everything, but like you
align with her
yourself
yeah.
with her beliefs and what she said. And I'm just like, I'm gonna tell you right now, there were people in my chat when I was streaming today on YouTube that said, yeah, I would stop watching you if you played it. And I'm just like, okay, I'll play it off stream. You know, how does that make you feel now? You know, like, or how do you think that
Yeah.
makes me feel? You know what I mean? I said, that's really not fair that you guys would, that people would do that. Like, there are mutuals of mine on Twitter that and you probably follow some of the same people, Remy, and even you too, AG, that like, that will say like, oh, if I catch you playing or streaming it, I'm blocking you. And to me, like, I come from a very different, I was brought up differently. I was brought up to, I'm sorry for swearing, not being a little B word, you know. I was brought up to not be that way, and like to step back and just ask myself before I jump to a conclusion of things like that. And so I told my community, like, I'm gonna play it. I haven't decided if I'm gonna stream it yet. You guys already know why I won't stream it, because for some reason the algorithm just likes to just beat you up for streaming games that aren't your thing. If I do stream it, it'll be on Twitch, right? But I
Yeah.
haven't decided yet. I'm kind of like waiting, but like, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna buy the game. I'm gonna play it. I think it'll make for great content for my personality, because I already know some things about the game that people are going in thinking like, no, you just can't just kill somebody like another. It's not PvP, it's solo.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But like,
Right.
people are starting to meme their way up. There's clip potential, man. You know, like,
There's a
I want to
lot.
get in on it.
And the
A lot of
movie
clip potential.
references are endless, dude. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
it just looks fun. It looks like a fun video game. And to me, what what does the transgender community gain by forcing people to not enjoy the game? Like what do they gain by telling people you can't have fun? Like you can't enjoy this.
I'm
What
gonna
is
role
the
play you. Like, oh, so you believe in that? You believe in
Yeah.
you're against transgenders and blah blah blah. Like that's just like that's their answer. You know that's gonna be the response. Something along those lines, right? And it's just like that's not me though. Like you really if you think
yeah,
that's me, I don't want nothing to do with you neither then.
I think they
that's well
don't
that's
want J.K.
another
Rowling to be enabled. I think that like they for some reason they
Did
think that
J.K.
there's a
Rowling develop
battle.
the game? Was she sitting in the developer studios?
No, she
no,
wasn't.
but she gets money from it
Yeah,
for sure.
she definitely gets money. And here's the problem with it. Like, and I'm not
Hmm.
saying that this is an excuse for her because it's not. There's no excuse for what she says. Like some of the stuff that she
No,
says
it's
is
not.
actually
Yeah.
sickening, dude. Like it's like even just like it's cringe. Like I'm seeing what I'm seeing right now. I don't like it. I have trans viewers and I know that they don't they if they saw that tweet that they would jump through their skin. But here's the thing. She's an old woman. She's not going to change her mind because we didn't if 0 people bought this game. It's not going to change her mind. You know what I mean? And it's not going to make her less rich. She's already highly successful. So I'm looking at
Yeah.
this like, all right, so like I don't know. I don't know what like the end game to this whole situation is. Is it like okay, so like you got one
There is
over
no
on
end game.
her?
The game's already done.
Yeah,
It's
but I'm
already
talking
here.
about like for the whole
Yeah.
like game of chess that like you know the community of people that are going after her. It's kind of just
Oh.
like one of those things. It's just like what's the end game to this? If she loses, she's still a millionaire. If she wins, she's also a millionaire, and she's never going
Yeah.
to change her mind because you guys took some money out of her millionaire pockets. She's older. She's not going to change her mind. She's not going to like you know she looks at these people as the enemy now because she's made them the enemy. And I mean after what she said, damn well they
Yeah,
deserve.
you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah. I
get
mean
some
you said some
enemies.
fucked up shit, and we you know
Yeah.
that's the end of the source. But I think at the end of the day, I think that like the mob mentality of like you know going after people for playing this game is almost kind of misdirected because at this point it's like maybe we should start making people more knowledgeable about the people you should be voting for in order for trans people to have rights and more of a voice instead of letting people like J.K.
Yep.
Rowling be under your skin because that's where real change is made. You know what I mean? Like you don't change anything by people not playing a game or canceling people for enjoying a game made from a book from their childhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you
I'm the
really
wrong
get out
guy.
of
I'm
it,
not. I'm not
yeah,
the bad guy for playing the game. The damage is crazy. It says it's already been done with what she said. The game's already been made. I'm just a streamer minding my own business. Here's the crazy thing. Here's what got me mad is because my wife and I finished watching the trailer and everything of people just covering the game. This is the first time my wife wants to play video games.
Mm.
And
Rem, we were just
she-
talking about that.
Yeah, so like
Yeah,
my
dude.
wife though, my wife, the first time she wants to play, she wants me to set up the Xbox somewhere so she can play it. Right?
Right.
I'm gonna get the game if you guys have
So,
not
so
figured out
that,
yet.
and
Like,
that brings me back to my point even more so. How does you not being able to enjoy yourself with your wife help the transgender community?
it doesn't.
It
I mean,
doesn't.
and here's what I'm also the point I'm trying to make too is my wife does not exist on social media like I do. I will not let her. She has a Twitter and stuff, but she doesn't
Mhm.
even use it like that, right? But I will refuse to keep my wife up to date on these things because she's the only thing that keeps me like wholesome to not lose sight of who I am
Yeah.
and because and not get sucked into because I have you need to an extent I'm just gonna say it how it is you need some thick skin to be on Twitter, dude, like at
Oh.
least as deep as we are because if my wife saw that or if my wife proudly announced that she's so happy to play just minding her own business and she puts a tweet out saying I love this game and then like the Twitterverse just comes after her bop bop
Yep.
bop 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 my wife is nothing of what J.K. Rowling is like I would be so sorry for my wife.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
I would feel so bad. And all she was doing was expressing on a platform where she can express herself on, playing a game that she just wants to play. And that's where I'm coming from is just like I'm playing on behalf of my wife. Like this is something where I can just sit here, you know, and enjoy my food and watch her play and just like cuz I play video games, right? So I get
Yeah.
to like have like this giddy
Yeah.
uppy and being like, "Oh yeah, you should probably do that." Like I actually get to watch her play a game and just like watch her have fun and do something that we don't normally do together.
It's like
That's
it's like it to me. It's like showing somebody like a new song that they haven't heard before, and like you show it to them, and they're like starting to rock out to it. And you're like, I know,
Yeah.
right?
Or like a new
yeah.
food, even, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, and you're like, yeah, shit
Yes.
smacks,
Yeah,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think
there's
that like,
something to that.
yeah, so you were talking about Twitter and how unpure Twitter is, and I made a joke to a friend today, and it was kind of a fucked up joke. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it wasn't like the greatest joke, but it was because like Mr. Beast is getting a bunch of shit right now for curing blindness for some people out of his pocket, and he's also getting shit for it. And I was like, it's a shame that some of these people are gonna get their vision back, go on Twitter, and get everybody's shitty opinion, and that's gonna be their first taste of the internet. Is that they're gonna have to read the Twitter threads of why they shouldn't have their vision anymore because of Mr. Beast. Like, is that really what you want to do, man? Like, you need to. People need to
Did you see
think.
his clapback by any chance? His Twitter clapback?
Yeah, it was genius. He was saying like, you know, people on Twitter are like constantly saying rich people need to spend their or rich people need to help out with their money more, and here he is helping out
Yeah.
with his money, and he's promising to give back all of his money before he dies, and now Twitter hates him. Like that, I trust me, I could rant about that.
He says
For
that
an
several times.
eternity.
He's not. I think, and we know he means it. Like he's
Oh,
gonna do
100%.
that. Like he's been saying constantly on podcasts and stuff. When it's his last day, when he knows it, or he actually has a system already set up in case something happens, how he plans to give out his money. You know, to
Really?
like.
Well, this
He didn't go into detail about it, but he said like if something were to happen, these people will get a cut of it, and then there's a plan to give it out on his behalf. Like he basically like has like a will already done for him. Like he already knows how he wants the money dispersed.
to me, this the Mr. Beast stuff and the Hogwarts Legacy stuff and the controversies here
Mhm.
are the most glaring evidence of just the internet is a miserable place for a lot of people
Yeah.
to just spew their misery, and no matter what, you're not going to please everybody. So like
Yeah.
you got to just be real to who you are, do the things you enjoy, and align
Mhm.
yourself with people who are about that, because you're never going to be the one person who never got hated on. Like that's not going to exist, right? So
Right.
you just got to roll with and I'm not going to share my take on this because I don't think people would enjoy it.
Of the
But
what the
I
Hogwarts thing.
yeah, I personally will be playing. I'm not anti-trans. Um I just think every single person deserves to just be happy and left alone.
Dude, if you're not
You know?
bothering anybody, like if I see
Right.
somebody walking down the street and they have to dress up in a certain way or they have to act a certain way in order to, feel as if like they're validated, and we live until like we're 90 if we're lucky, and then we die. Why would I give a shit what you do? As long as you're not
Exactly.
hurting anybody,
Yeah.
as long as you're not like affecting anybody that's like actually like physically causing pain to somebody or discomfort, I don't
Right.
care. I'm the king of mind my own fucking business. And if that makes you happy, I support you. And the proof is in the pudding. I might have 10 viewers when I'm on Twitch. 2 of them are trans. What does that take up? A fifth of my viewership? I mean, it's not a real big sample size, but I keep up with them. I talk to them. I've had this conversation with them about Hogwarts, and it's like, I asked them, if I stream, will you be upset? And they'll be like, nah, it sucks, but like, I won't be upset. I know it's you. And that's how the convo should usually go. And if they say, yes, I'm upset about it, we'll have a conversation about it. You know what I mean? We'll probably have a really similar conversation that you and I had about, talk to your local legislation. It has nothing to do with this old woman that's in her grouchy old fucking ways. You know what I mean? And it just is what it is. I feel like it's so weird right now that I have to tiptoe around playing a fucking video game, and it sucks.
To me, it's a weird place for people to plant their flag. And, some people are planting their flag on this hill, and it's like, yo, you don't need to do that. You don't need to fight every battle. You don't need to constantly be waving that flag. And like, I get it. And you deserve, again, bottom line, everybody deserves happiness. And, especially with AG said, as long as you're not hurting anybody, you get to be happy. Everybody deserves that.
That's how I was raised,
me,
dude. It's just how I was raised.
Same. And my ultimate final point on this, and I'm gonna leave it at this, is just, if you listen to Michael Jackson, you're not a pedophile. You just like music. If you eat Chick-fil-A, you're not a racist. You just like food. And if you want to play Hogwarts Legacy, that doesn't make you transgender or anti-trans. It definitely doesn't make you transgender. It doesn't make you anti-trans. It just makes you a gamer. And
Right.
I don't understand why the flag has to be planted in this.
Wearing Nike doesn't make you a pro child labor sweatshop.
Right.
You know what I mean? Using an iPhone, it doesn't make you pro slavery for the minerals. You know what I mean? It
That's a
just
great
means you're a
fucking
consumer, dude. I'm just a consumer. I like what I like. You know what I mean? And I don't. I should unapologetically like what I like, but unfortunately, we're in a time and era where I have to explain that. And I feel for the trans community, and I understand your frustrations with JK. She's wrong. She's a bitch. Not a fan of her ideas, but I'm no muggle either, so I don't know what to say.
100%, bro. And the point you made about, it's funny how all these Twitter warriors are out here saying don't play it. It makes you it makes you support anti-trans beliefs or whatever. You're sending these tweets on your phone that minerals to be made on that phone were mined by fucking slaves in different countries, who live horrible lives. And here you are trying to act like an activist here, and you're using a device that is causing more sin than what I would cause by playing this game. So get off your high horse. Get off your high horse. Sorry, I don't want to rant.
I know. I was like, oh man, Remy's button just turned on, bro. The temperature is kicking.
I don't want to rant about this. It's just it's crazy, man.
That's all good. But let's shift topics just so this way we can get off of this. Is a touchy one, and just know that I accept you no matter who you are, and I hope that you accept me for what I do and my decisions that I make. And that's really all that there is to make it. You know what I mean? I'm not here to hurt anybody.
100%. All right, so switching topics. Let's go back to Apex a little bit. So I saw this tweet the other day, and it just I'm glad that you're here, Tony.
Big E.
Big E? Like Big E. I think Big E's a cool dude. He's a good creator. He makes funny, good content. He said in this tweet though that I hate this take. He said, it's actually wild to think that Apex basically says, hey, you're new to the game, you got to pay to unlock legends. How do you feel about that, Tony?
You don't have to pay to unlock the legends? What? I love Biggie. I think that was a comment farm tweet for sure. But if you really think that you have to pay if you want to play that legend right now. But for me, my friend, I have mutuals, I have IRLs that I know that play the game now because they like my content and stuff. They're like, dude, you make it look fun. I decided to play it. And they're like, damn, bro, it takes a lot. It's all about perspective before I go into this rant. It's how you look at the game and how it's set up for the new player. I think there's bigger fish to fry than unlocking a character. We can go, matchmaking is more of a problem than that, but I digress. Yeah. But anyways, no, you don't have to. Here's what I told my friends that are new to the game. Damn, I have to pay if I want to use Valkyrie? I said, yes, but you want to be honest with you? I think it's good that you don't get Valkyrie right now. You can actually go test her out in the fire range for free to find out if you even want her. Because the last thing I want you to do is unlock her, and then you find out you don't like her, because if you didn't heard, she's getting a nerf in Season 16 anyways. And he's like, oh, what? Yeah, in fact,
True.
You should play some of the default characters. You want to know why? Is because you'll learn so much more about your playstyle with the characters that they give you right away. Because then you can make the decision after all this time and hours that you put into the game, which character you actually want to unlock.
Dog, that's so true. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
If you just unlock whoever you want right away without grinding, because this game, I told him, it's a grind. You are being raised by wolves coming into this game because the matchmaking is unforgiving. Oh, look, everybody's landing over here. Oh, you never heard of the word hot drop before? But you're gonna get rolled. Oh man. Looks like Valkyrie, who I unlocked, is not good after all. Is it, or are you not good at the game? Said, so before you invest into the game, the instant gratification of going to the Apex store and buying, spend some time.
Yeah.
Spend some time playing Wraith. Wraith is really good and free.
Yeah.
You know who else is really good and free? Bloodhound. Really good and free. You know what I mean?
Gibraltar too. He's free, right?
Gibby is free as well.
Free.
Yes. Not Lifeline. Stay away from Lifeline. I'm just kidding. Lifeline's actually pretty good she's fun. Okay. But the point is it's all about perspective and how you kind of our job as content creators, Big E also, how do you set the example for new players? If all they see us doing is wham, 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 bitch, I'm little baby. If they just see me crying that whatever, that's all I'm doing. That's how they're just going to look at it coming in. They're going to come in with that mindset versus if I had a new player coming in, right? And they saw my tweet with everything I just ranted, they'd be like, that's a good way to play it. And it just creates a healthy ecosystem for the game, especially for new players, right? Yes, it's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie to you. Your first few games are gonna be terrible. You might get a pred. What's a pred? Oh, you're gonna find out.
You're gonna
Yeah.
find out real
You're-
quick.
You're gonna find out real quick, bro. He's gonna have all
Yeah.
these super cool red badges. Whoa. Yeah. Reeds. Like my sister. I took my sister into her first game. Our first game we dropped into, we got killed by Reeds, who is a pro level player that was at TwitchCon playing in Twitch Rivals.
Was that at a?
Red.
Was that at a? What account was that on?
On my level 2 account with my sister and her level
It was
2
a
account.
fresh account.
Fresh. My chat saw me make it fresh on stream. for the
Dog.
Video, so that you can. Yeah, but anyways, but that's what I'm saying. Matchmaking, I think, is more of a problem than whether I can get a player or not. But that's not. I wouldn't say that's basically what Apex says. That's basically what I love Big E, but that's basically what Big E says, not what Apex says. And I think that us as content creators, you should definitely. I think you should spread the word of how I just said it. Like, just educate them.
Nah, man, it's true because like if you look at it, like you got like a support character like Lifeline, kind of like more like Newcastle, but I mean really like Lifeline. If you want to figure out if you're a support character, use Lifeline or Gibby. If you want to find out if you're fragging, then use Wraith, use Pathfinder. You know what I mean? And you could find out your playstyle, figure out your characters through them. You might surprise yourself, dude. I thought that I was gonna be fragging. Apparently, like I really like Gibby, and it works for me. You know. And if you're on controller, if you're on controller, you're probably gonna be great in a Gibby bubble. You're gonna be awesome at close quarters. You know what I mean? If you're far away, then you never know who's that new character with the sniper rifle. Probably great for M&K. Vantage is probably great for M&K.
She comes with aim assist. Not to get carried away. Her sniper comes with aim assist.
On
Even for
mouse?
Yes.
Damn,
Her
they
sniper
took
has
the
aim
Halo
assist.
approach, huh?
Yeah, but either way, but so yeah, like what I'm saying is, and if anything, you don't want to buy players because you guys know how I am. I even though I make content off it because I make my money back, it's just how I do it, right? So people can live vicariously through me or whatever the word is, right? Just they can live through my interactions with the content. I don't like microtransactions. I don't. I'll do it because I like to spend my money on collecting things and believing in things that I want. That's why I buy Funko Pops. That's why I like to buy yes, believe it or not, I like to buy pins at Disney. I love the Disney pins. I like when I was at TwitchCon, I bought so many pins for my lanyard. I don't have it here. Actually, I have the book. Hold on. I'm going to show you the book. Check this out. This isn't even all of them. This is not even close to all of them. I have pins, bro.
That's
like,
dope.
I collect pins.
Damn.
Like I have like a charge rifle.
Yo, that
What's
Zelda
that
pin is
pin?
fresh.
Yeah, that's
Look at
dope.
these ones. Look at these things. And then like on the other, wait, do I have another page? I thought I had another page. I guess not. My wife probably took them because she likes to collect the pins. But look at these.
Dope.
These are like the things I like to collect. And
Hell
but
yeah.
anyways,
Well,
it creates for a bad habit bad habits in Apex Legends that I think we can all disagree on with this. They just push you to buy stuff. So if people get what they want and they're used to getting what they want in Apex Legends, I'm just gonna pay the 700 Apex coins to buy Fuse. Guess what? The minimum to buy in Apex is 500. After that is 1,000. What are you left with? 300. What are you gonna spend it on? Apex packs. Oh, I unlocked this gold weapon or this gold item. Oh, they have a cosmetic store now, and I'm not a fan of that stuff. About like how there's like a system that hooks you into it.
right.
That's why I quit FIFA. I hate FIFA. I will never play that game again.
Well,
Or I
FIFA's
will
pay to
it, but
play,
not on
right?
Twitch.
You have to pay the 60 to get it every
FIFA
year.
is free to play, but it's pay
It's
to
free.
win, and it's got like the anything with loot box and gambling mechanics. That's my hot take. I'm not a fan of it. It's fun because I get it. People like the what am I gonna get in this pack today?
Yeah, fuck a pay to play though.
I hate
Or
that
a fuck
stuff,
a pay
so-
to win. Pay to win is ridiculous. I think that microtransactions in games that are free to play don't bother me nearly as much because I went away with like in 2020 Warzone, I spent one time on a microtransaction. It was to buy LA Thieves skin. And that was before it was like the Rose skin. That was when I was just trying to support Nade Shot, 100 Thieves. He just paid the 20 million to put his CDL license into the Call of Duty League. I was like, yeah, I'll support. You know what I mean? And then I played that game for Remy, you're going to love this point. I played that game for maybe 10 days, 15 days. I played Warzone for a long time. For $20.
Yeah.
For 20
Yeah.
optional bucks.
I would say I just don't like the gambling mechanic. I hate
Gambling
pay to win, just
mechanics
like you.
weird.
It's the gambling mechanics that I mean I have different like weights of like what I disagree about them on because of what the goal is when you spend that money. Because I have a younger audience, so I don't want them. I don't want my actions, and that's why I always tell them like, no, you guys know what I'm doing is a bad decision. Laugh at me now so you can see how stupid it is.
Well,
You know, because
that's another reason that you're a good dude and a good creator, because you're conscious
Mhm.
of that stuff. You know, a
Yeah.
lot of creators wouldn't even give a shit about their audience and what effect you could be having on them. So I
Also,
think
my
that's a
apologies to any of the young audience that I didn't even think about that. How if you come in and you see Tony and he keeps it clean, I do my best to try and keep it
nah,
not
they
too
hear
much.
me.
But
They,
okay,
they
cool.
watch me simp for Loba.
All right, good,
yeah.
good,
I was
good.
gonna say I've seen a lot of crazy Don't you have an emote of eating Loba's?
Oh, I think I have it. Can I drop it in the chat? Hold on.
Dude, I would
Yeah.
love
I
to see
can't.
you drop that emote inside of the chat. You
I
got it. You got.
can't drop it in the chat. I don't have it. I wish that's what YouTube needs right now.
YouTube
Like,
does need
if
that.
you have like your sub, you should be able to drop your emote in the chat. I
And
think
it's you
that's-
eating some Loba booty.
It's literally a picture of me taking a bite out of Loba's ass, but the texture of the butt is the cake. It's cake.
Hey, I love that. So it's
Yeah.
yeah, that's
So good.
yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, dude, honestly, me and Remy were talking about if you could cast an Apex movie, who would it be? And we came down to if Loba had to be, what was her name? Because I messed her name up.
Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek.
Yeah, Selma
Who's
Hayek.
that?
We said for.
Pull that picture up on. I don't know who that is. Pull the picture.
I'll pull it
on
up
the
right.
screen.
Selma
Yeah, I'm watching.
Hayek is. She's fine.
Is she
That's
fine?
Loba,
Yes.
brother.
I was just saying with attitude for personality. I was gonna say Jennifer Lopez can kill. Can
True.
probably do it.
She could definitely kill
Oh.
it. That's a great
For,
one
for very
too.
sassy, bratty.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up with no.
Okay.
With a,
Materialistic.
Attitude, bro. She's got a fucking donkey. Okay?
Well, you know that. So I know that, but like, okay, yes, she can. Actually, she can do the attitude as well. But I
Yeah.
was saying for like
true, true.
personality, I think Jennifer Lopez kills it, but not for features because she's a baddie. This
Yeah,
here takes the cakes. No pun intended.
facts. But real quick,
That's
I
perfect.
just want to chime in on this Big E tweet.
Mhm.
To me, I want to throw in a perspective that is outside of the game. The game's free. You can play Apex Legends for thousands and thousands of hours. You can make friends. You can meet streamers and creators. You can be a part of communities. You can play that game without spending a dime for the rest of your life.
Yep.
You got to make money somehow. If you're EA, like, they do a really good job, as we alluded to before, with giving a lot of free new content on a regular basis. Okay, so you cannot be upset that they do have certain things behind paywalls. And the thing is, they have the things behind paywalls that really don't affect the game. It's not pay to win. It's just pay to have more features. And those features don't necessarily prevent you from winning or make it so you lose. It's
Right.
just, and also too, if you play enough, you can unlock all the legends.
Yeah,
So, like-
Yeah.
that was my whole point of my rant. Like, if
Right.
you
Yeah, no
play long
doubt.
enough with all these default characters, you will know which character you want to unlock, and guess what? You can unlock with the free currency that you get from playing and leveling up. By the time you're level 23 or 24, you can unlock your first character, which is not hard to get to. Especially if you're doing the challenges and objectives, which again helps develop your game skill because you gotta kill with shotguns, you gotta use a sniper. Yes, you have to experience aspects of the game. I think it's a great setup. So like that's what I was saying. I think it was a very comment farm tweet where he says you gotta pay. No, it's like when you go to McDonald's, you don't have to get ketchup on your damn burger. You can ask for it out. If you play Apex Legends, you don't have to buy Vantage or Valkyrie or whoever you want to play.
Right.
You just gotta play the game and unlock it, like as you should. Because let's be honest, like from a mature standpoint, if you're old enough or have some sort of payment method on your thing, which I know there are people that have parents with their credit card on the console, on like somebody has got the phone number on speed dial. I get it, but like if you're an adult or at least 18 and older, I'll just say it like that, or somebody with that has a job, right? Spending your money consciously, you're aware of your decision you're about to make,
Right.
So you don't have to do it. You're not like, Valkyrie must be bought with 700 Apex coins. That's the only way. That's a paywall. That's a paywall. That's not a paywall. So I don't agree with this tweet if that's where we were going. I'm sorry.
Valorant
just
does the
took
same
this
thing,
straight up.
actually. Valorant, you can pay to unlock operators or agents that you want to play with. If you feel like you want to hop right in and start playing with Chamber, you can pay or you can play. It takes a little bit of time, but the base set of characters, it's like the same model. And Overwatch, is it the same thing with Overwatch? Can you
Overwatch
can
is
you
you
pay
just
to
gotta take
unlock?
longer to unlock it. You know, it's
You
pay to
can't.
unlock right away.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying. Can you
dude,
like pay to instantly unlock characters that you otherwise would have had to grind for long term?
no, because they were in battle passes, right? So
Ah,
if you didn't want them, if you wanted them now, you bought the battle pass. If you wanted them later, you grind to like level 50 or something like that. Battle pass, which again goes into like, let's be honest, like if you really enjoy the game, you will play it enough to unlock it. Oh, I don't have time, whatever the excuse is. Well, don't worry. When the battle pass is over, you can unlock them doing objective specific things to unlock the legend. Just like Call of Duty, right?
that's how
You
it should
could
be.
unlock the gun right away with this cosmetic that's out. You can unlock the growl as my favorite gun. The growl by buying this skin.
Wait, your
Or
favorite gun on Modern Warzone was the Growl?
yes,
Dude, me too.
the growl
Yep.
is clean. I don't care what anybody says. It's a clean gun.
No, I'm with
It's
it.
so
Best
when
iron
I'm on
sights,
it, like when I do play with my friends, I will still use the growl.
my
And it's
man.
funny because they think that they're like it's a troll gun at this point because it's so old. Like it's clean, bro. I can control the recoil. But anyways, um, Overwatch though, they have a way where if you miss the battle pass, which was like the only convenient way of getting it, which was just playing, now you have to do objective specific things when it's gone, when the battle
Uh,
pass is over.
okay. I mean, like as long as it's accessible, dude. As long as it's accessible, then like, and you don't have to pay to get the overpowered legend that they probably beef up. Then like, I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
Most games now, when they release anything new, it's got to be overpowered. They rather
Yes.
overperform than under, because nerfing is much more convenient than like, oh shit, people are complaining they just spent money on this thing, and now we got to buff it because we made a mistake.
Balancing.
Balancing, yep, is the word. Yeah.
Whatever.
So, all right, AJ, do you have anything that you specifically wanted to talk about?
Nah,
I
man.
have
I was here to
something
kick it with you guys, get a couple hot takes on, some games that were overrated, underrated, find out a little bit about Tony, talk about some Apex, nerd out with y'all.
Overrated,
Nothing
underrated
specific.
was very fun, by the way.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
That was a good time. We got to do that more.
Yeah, agreed. So okay, I have another thing I wanted to discuss here, and then I think I actually have to get going after that. I apologize because honestly, I'm having a fucking blast right now.
I know you were daddy,
but-
bro. It's cool.
Yeah, got a little girl to take care of. But so all right, we got here. What I pulled up is this was a tweet that came out a while back. I made a YouTube short about it, and it's pretty eye opening. It was 30 days of streaming on Twitch versus one YouTube stream. And this guy broke it down and posted some of his revenue statistics. On 30 days of streaming on Twitch, he made $30.58 of ad revenue for 4 hours and 18 minutes of ad break time. And all of those ads were unskippable. He streamed for 90 hours and 17 minutes. In one YouTube stream, this is 8 hours and 9 minutes, he made $89.68 in revenue. And for a total ad break time of 10 minutes. 10 minutes as opposed to 4 hours and 18 minutes. And only 13% of those ads were skipped. He made triple the ad revenue in like 6% of the time. I can't do that quick math in my head. It's a very low.
Either way, he did it in a work shift. He did it in a work shift, a traditional work shift. I see what you're saying though.
Correct.
Yeah.
So my question is this, Tony. I know you have a lot of experience with streaming, with content creation. You've had a lot of success on YouTube. Two-part question. One, would you recommend to a new streamer, should they stream on Twitch or YouTube? And the follow-up question is, what strategy would you employ for either one?
Okay. So right now I am streaming on YouTube because I'm saying that right now because I know my viewers are watching. I stream on both, right? I think they both have their pros and cons. We had a conversation off stream about that, but I'll get to that when I get to that. Somebody wants to start out, I'm gonna tell you go to Twitch. And the reason is because Twitch can hold your VODs, and most people starting out don't have the memory on a computer to hold your VODs for you. Twitch can hold your VODs up to 2 weeks, I believe, or maybe 7 days. I don't really know. Double check it. But the point is, they can hold your VODs. They can also hold your clips, which, if you're doing it right, going into the second part, you should be making clips of your stuff to make something out of that time you just spent streaming on Twitch. Okay, and I'm talking posting on YouTube Shorts, and I'm talking posting on TikTok, Instagram, anywhere that you're willing to post. Okay, you should be posting on anywhere that vertical content is accepted. It's just a good habit, and once you get some views and stuff and things are going well with YouTube Shorts being one of the platforms you must put your verticals on, And start with verticals. You can make long form. I'm not against it. I'm just saying right now, verticals is the wave. People have short attention spans. They want to watch it. They want to get that dopamine hit of whatever they're watching right away. Plus, making vertical form content will teach you to get better at your intros, your hooks mainly, your hooks. What is the thing that's going to stop the person from
Yeah.
scrolling?
Yep.
And can you compact so much good content? You're developing a lot of good habits that you need for a video in that short. And if you're getting good at that and you're getting your results, I would transition out of Twitch and start streaming on YouTube because of this chart is a prime example.
Yeah.
You're going to put a lot of hours in on YouTube, on Twitch, and you won't even get that. Yeah, you might get some subs and you'll be like, dude, I feel bad. No, if they really support you, tell them you're going to YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. And trust me, I say this. I know this sounds very crappy, but if they don't want to follow you, that's okay. You have to look out for you. What is your vision? All right. If the guy that followed you back in February 2021 isn't watching you in 2023 right now, like I'm not losing sleep. I know I've lost a lot of viewers with this transition and stuff, but this for me to have a healthier mindset, because I know this is my thing. I'm full time. And if you have any aspirations of making this full time or at least get value out of your time, it's a no brainer. Like you should be streaming on YouTube because of this chart right here.
Yep.
Like you're going to get value for your time. It might not be 23K views, but you definitely will get it. The live stream VOD exists on your channel as a video, which will get clicks, which will then get views, which will then get watch time. And guess what? Money. And it pushes your content out there.
To that point on this, one of the numbers I didn't point out here, he has views post stream. You know, on Twitch, nobody watched the stream after it was done.
Yeah.
On YouTube, he continued to get 4,728 views after the stream was over on that one stream. So to that point, sorry, carry on.
No, so that's my approach. It's funny that you brought that up. I wanted to look at. It looks like my stream got 2K views. I don't know if this is total and stuff. I'm trying to look at my stats right now. Post stream. How would I check that? I don't know. The point is, like, I know that, like, for mine, it showed my ad revenue I made. I made $10 today for streaming. $10 for doing a 4.5 hour stream or something like that, 4 hour stream.
Yeah.
So that lines up right with what the numbers that you're seeing right there. It's like half the time. It's less. I didn't reach 23K views. I hit 2K views. There might be some donations that. Oh no, the donations aren't even included in the mix. This is just from the guy streaming, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not even donations. That's not even memberships.
Just ad revenue.
Bro,
but I mean, to be fair, 23,000 viewers.
It's like
in
double.
one stream. I mean, this guy clearly has a decent YouTube following. You know, to be able to pull that kind of numbers in a stream.
Well, that's the connection I'm trying to make. Like, it's not. Yeah, those are good numbers, by the way, for an 8 hour stream, 23K viewers. That's still good. But to put it in perspective with the argument that I was trying to make, you're getting paid for your time much better or efficiently on YouTube than you are on Twitch. Twitch, I think, is very good in the beginning for you to help find your feet. Don't feel bad about not having viewers at all on Twitch. Use that as your kiddie pool or your canvas to practice being a streamer, to practice making clips, creating good, engaging interactions with the people watching you. And then when you are serious, you go to YouTube. Because to be honest, a lot of people on Twitch want to be YouTubers, or to an extent want to have a successful YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because it's passive income. It's passive income. It's a snowball effect income, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
You post and you get paid for it.
100%. And those videos stay up forever, you know? So like you know, a video that you made 5 years ago can be continuing to make you money.
Because they're discoverable. Like Twitch is like, I feel like it's so weird that they have a clipping system, but they don't have like a For You page for clips and people that are like openly, and like YouTube just did this thing now.
Tried for that forever. Harris Heller.
Yeah, he did.
Howling for that way back before he went to YouTube.
Ain't nobody listening, man. Jeffy Bezos was not hearing that shit. But what I like about YouTube is that when you make a short, there's a little badge underneath of your Avi now that shows that you're live when your short is up. And if you make a short, you could get anywhere between 1,000 to 1,000,000 eyes on that thing. That means 1,000,000 people knew you were live. Some people are going to go check you out.
Discoverability potential. Use a streamer, want to know that, am I even being recommended? Yes, you are. And if you just follow the habits and the things that I was just saying, like make clips, post it everywhere. If you're doing everything right without consistently is key, right? Don't 1 week on, 1 week off. That's not going to work. Like when I mean consistent, like you got to be consistent or you're not going to.
Yeah, to me, to me, there's two big things that draws me to YouTube because I'm switching to YouTube on the 7th for the Hogwarts stream is going to be my first YouTube stream. Well, I technically have streamed on YouTube a couple times before, but
You're,
anyway, the things that are drawing me to YouTube is kind of the one thing is what AG said, which is that live, that live notification on a short. If you're
Mhm.
currently streaming and somebody's watching a short, boom, they can come right to your live stream. That's huge. But
Mhm.
also too, having everything in one place is so appealing to me. Instead of streaming on Twitch, making VODs on making videos on YouTube, making TikToks, you have all of that in one YouTube channel. You can post
Yeah.
shorts, you can post videos, you can live stream. You don't because to me, one of the biggest challenges, I have 332,000 followers on TikTok. You know
Mhm.
how few of those people have ever migrated away from TikTok to my streams, to my YouTube? So few of those people.
Mhm.
Cross I don't know what the word is. Cross promotion, cross getting
It-
those
it-
viewers.
conversion
What
is conversion. It's just your
conversion.
conversion.
And getting that conversion is so difficult. So to me, having it all on the one platform cancels that problem
Yeah.
out. You don't have to convert anyone; they're already
Mhm.
there. You know?
Yeah. I always remind my friends. I just had a talk with one of my friends. His name's Reek. Reek of Awesome. I don't know if you've heard of him, seen him.
I've heard of that
He
guy before.
he
Yeah.
plays Apex Legends, and he asked me just a direct question today. He's like, Tony, how do I like go viral on YouTube? And I said, well, obviously you got to make a good video. So, well, how do I get more viewers? And I just went on this whole rant talking about how like at the end of the day you got to be consistent and stuff like that. But like the point I was trying to make to him was that like you when you're posting on TikTok, because I tell them you post so much on TikTok, why aren't they on your YouTube shorts? Oh, they don't get views on YouTube. I said, yeah, they don't get views because you're not consistent. I said, you TikTok, I figured TikTok out. TikTok wants to keep people on the platform. It's known for creator. Anybody can be a creator on TikTok. YouTube doesn't really have that type of like instant feel right away because YouTube has this reputation of creators just being kind of established, if that makes sense, right? Like,
Yeah.
or like they kind of know what they're doing. You can't, let me say how it is. You can't really shit post and get away with it on YouTube. Maybe in the beginning, like you'll get, but you won't be an established creator for that, right? For shit posting, copying content, posting your super cool edit you did with Puss in Boots movie or whatever. Like you're not gonna get away with that for long. But I told him like TikTok for creators and how they keep people on the platform like you and why you're struggling is because they give you that instant bang. Like they'll give you that one video bang right away and you're hooked because you know it gets views and you get discovered. But on YouTube, you don't get the discoverability right away because YouTube rewards consistency.
Yes, it
Everybody knows
does.
that. YouTube rewards consistency. You already have all the videos done. Why can't you just upload them all, schedule them, and post them? Oh, they're old. Who cares? Like if people like you for you, whether it's old or not, they're gonna watch you. And then you get discovered, and then you can start putting out new stuff. Blah 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 blah. But I said, but like to ask for people to convert from TikTok to YouTube or anywhere, it doesn't matter. People are on TikTok because they want TikTok. If people are on YouTube, they want YouTube. So what do? You have to start developing that ecosystem. So if you're over here like, damn, I'm getting views on TikTok but not on YouTube because you're not even posting on YouTube.
Right.
Like it's just
And
the answer's there. I think it's funny that people just got to take the step back and be like, my channel's
to
not
that
growing.
point, to that point, bro, this shit for anybody who is wanting to get into it or maybe is already into it or can relate to what I'm talking about. This
Mm.
shit is a lot of work.
Yeah.
It
Oh yeah.
is a lot of work.
I just
Okay,
hired
so like
editors.
you don't try and do this because it's easy. You try and do this because you love it. That's
Yes.
what
That's
needs to drive
facts.
you here. Okay,
Mhm.
so it's not like, oh, this dude just plays video games all day. Like I want to do that. You're not paying attention. If that's
Mhm.
what you think, you're not paying attention. So I don't know, I just want to throw that out there.
No,
Um,
you're right. And
No.
that was my whole thing on the YouTube thing. I think people just use Twitch as a platform stepping
yeah.
stone. Find out if you're serious. YouTube is like you better be serious because uh, it's a different ball game. It is a different ecosystem and it challenges you as a creator to be consistent. It will not reward inconsistency.
Word. Yeah, listen, I'm for it, and I don't want to. If you guys want to keep going, I don't know. I have to hop off here shortly. But I wanted to share one more thing with you guys. I know usually towards the end, one thing we've been doing, AG, that I like is we try and share like an upbeat, positive gamers making content type of
Yeah.
vibe. to end the stream. And I have this really cool thing here that I wanted to show you guys. We were talking about Minecraft earlier. So it's from that. This is this kid Lime Cookie. He makes videos that are in Minecraft that are remakes of movies. Now this is 17 minutes long. I'm not going to show you the whole thing,
Yeah.
but you're gonna get the vibe from the first couple minutes. It's very, very cool. AG, I don't know if there's a way that if I maybe if I do theater mode,
If
if
you
there's
full
a way I
screen that
can
and scroll down, maybe.
y-
We're taking up a lot of the real estate up there.
maybe if I full screen it, maybe it because I can't scroll down any further.
Yeah, it's true.
But
Maybe if you
we'll
zoom
just-
out a little bit.
I'll try that.
Nope, didn't really help. Let's see how it looks, and then maybe I'll
See how it
adjust.
looks. I'm just gonna go full screen. I think that looked pretty decent,
Cool.
and we'll see how this looks. So this is this kid Lime Cookie, and yeah, he makes Minecraft recreations of videos, and it's movies. It's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You know this took a lot of time.
That's all I'm thinking right now. Are those the actual sound effects of Minecraft? Like, do they actually have those like pit pat sound effects and like that like really cold silence?
For you're talking like the dogs and the trees and like that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
wondering
I'm
if he
not sure
edited
what
that
he
in.
did for sound.
Wow.
It sounds like he pulled the sound from external sources.
Yeah, which is a whole nother day of editing.
This is wildly impressive.
Yeah. Shout out
Definitely
to
time
this
consuming.
channel. Who is this?
His name is Lime Cookie,
Lime Cookie, you're
good.
gifted. You're gifted,
Yeah.
Lime Cookie.
and he's taking suggestions for what movie he should do next. This is fucking epic. There's
That
one
is really
part
cool.
towards the end I want to show you guys that is like arguably the most epic part.
I want to see the Wolf of Wall Street. Get Buck in there.
I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Where is this one part?
Throws
There's
the
a
money
part
off the
where
yacht.
He's like, it's a spaceship by the sun, and it looks so good. Here it is. Look at this.
Whoa.
What the hell is that?
That is dope.
He made this in Minecraft.
Dude, shout out to Mr. Lime Cookie, Mrs. Lime Cookie. I don't know, but this is so cool. Whoa.
Yeah, this is epic. So, again,
Fire.
it's 17 minutes long. I don't want to show you guys the whole thing. You know, if you guys are interested in watching the whole thing, it's Lime, Cookii on YouTube.
Very neat.
And again, he's taking suggestions for what movie to do next. He's into film and obviously into video games. So
Chat,
it's pretty
what do you think you should do next? And while you guys are answering that, Rem, do you have like 2 minutes to show Tony's content, plug his stuff to the viewers that we have in here? He's kind of has
100%.
the takeover, but
Right, 100%.
but you guys should have, because he literally fits like a glove into the way that we end these episodes anyway. You know what I mean? But you
True.
know, Tony's got the exact content that we like. We like to see people getting together, having fun playing video games, and Tony does it extremely well. I was entertained all day today watching his videos as I work from home, so I was just listening and tuning in when I could. And so this is the fight for the heirloom. He basically gets like a 30 game lobby, and dude, this was so cool, man. This is
And
gaming.
if anybody who is here who isn't already a part of Tony's community, he's a good guy. He's a hard worker. Me and Tony first linked up. It was like almost 2 years ago at this point, and you know this was before anybody was any type of anything, you know, and this was way back in the day. And watching you become what you've become has been really incredible to see, and nobody deserves it more than you do, bro.
Inspirational,
appreciate
homie.
that, man.
Inspirational.
Yeah, so yeah, 2 years ago. You said 2.5, almost 3.
Yeah, it's
maybe?
been a long time, bro. It's been a long. I had you on 10 Toughies. I think it was like 2 years ago.
You had me back when I was like at 60K followers. I wasn't even nowhere near where I was on YouTube. No play button.
Yep.
None of that. It
Yep.
was, it
And
was crazy.
you were still. It was much. It was many a follower ago. That's for sure. But you know the drive was there. The potential was there. The creativity was there, and I love seeing it fulfilled, man. It really has been awesome watching you become what you've become.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
100%, bro. So it's Tony Romero, AYY_ Tony Romero, and you have that on everything, right? Isn't that you have that across the board?
That is my name. Yeah, on everything: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, all that stuff.
Hell yeah, bro. And he does a lot of Apex content, but there's other stuff too. And he's the most creative Apex content creator. And I don't even think it's close. I can't even think of another close second.
Dude, I've seen your videos before I knew who you were. I might have seen them on short form, and I always found that it's like a form of flattery when somebody takes somebody else's content. I think I seen your content curated somewhere, like somebody like pulled it into like a compilation of like really cool Apex moments. And
Yeah,
now that
they'll,
I've watched
I've
it, I'm
seen-
like, oh, I seen it.
Yeah, I've seen people do like my experiment ones where like, oh, what happens when we do 20
Yes.
blah 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 at a
Yes.
time, or like that series was like a very popular series. I'm gonna recreate that, maybe put some twists on it, and I'm just trying to get better at it every time. I think this year is all about the year taking risks, so I'm gonna have some sort of thing being risks or high stakes going on in my videos, you know. But last year was all about just doing it. Now I want to put some risk in the game so I can have these viewers and even myself feel like something's on the line, so that you know. And that's actually a good strategy. I think a lot of people here, if you're trying to make videos, that keeps them watching. They want to know what happens, you know. What did I do?
You do a
What's
good job
trending?
with like suspenseful music, playful music, understanding when to cut the music, and understanding like when you should probably just like, all right, let's move back in. Like your videos have a pacing, there's a cadence to them, and it's really well done.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do because I used to coach kids. I was a coach before I was a streamer.
No shit.
Yeah.
Martial arts, right?
Yeah, MMA, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I did a little bit of research. I popped into your Twitter and saw you talking about some stuff. You know, you were a security guard at one point, I believe you said.
Yep. I became a security guard because COVID shut down my martial arts business.
Damn.
I was doing that for a decade, but it wasn't until 2020, before the pandemic, I was probably on my own paying rent for my own facility for like 6 months, and then the pandemic hit and I had to shut it down, which sucked.
I'm sorry.
I hear that, man.
It's all right. I mean, I'm happy where I'm at now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
this
and-
looks like another passion project that's also successful. So, you know, congratulations on your success with this as well.
And if I had to, I would put my money on you every time, bro. No matter what it is you were doing.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Seriously.
100%, brother. But I gotta run, boys. So I apologize. I don't mean to cut it short.
You're good, brother.
This
It's
is-
all good. I think we got to end this right here anyway, because I kind of have like if you leave, then all the tiles of the thing kind of get like weirded out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I'm going to probably end the stream here, guys. I really appreciate everybody that's here. If you enjoyed the conversations, we have many conversations on a weekly basis just like this. If you don't mind hitting the little sub button,
yeah, subscribe.
growing,
Hell yeah,
man.
guys, come on now. Smash it. Break it. Don't
Let's
break
do
your
it.
mouse, though.
Love you
Shot
guys for being
podcast,
here
man.
either way. It's all good, but it's always cool when we get people coming back, and I appreciate you bringing your community in here, man. That was very cool of you.
Huge.
Yeah,
100%.
You're the man, dude.
Thank you, guys.
All right, boys. GG's. I'll see you on the next one.
GG's. Am I cool to disconnect, or you guys already ended stream? What am I doing?
No, I was actually just gonna end the stream. A lot of people do that. I need to start like
We need a better outro.
I need a better outro. I need to tell the guests that they don't have to leave the Discord call.
Maybe
Yeah, I'll
this
sit
is the